Coming up next.
Women are sex objects today because there are people that need them to be like that. They have been positioned that way. And there are people sponsoring it.
A one income family would not even sustain in this economy.
We have reduced womanhood to sex to a sex object. That is why we are all reaping from it. Society has helped us. Social media has helped us. Yeah. A woman is more than that. A woman is more than that. That is why many girls think that all they bring to a relationship is sex.
If I want to marry a woman and nobody will come and say, what does the woman do for a living? Nobody asks that. But they will always ask the man, what does the
yes, now.
Why? So it means that we're not even equal in some terms. In some ways.
Are we equal? Is a man equal?
Women
you see, you're going somewhere else. No. So how do you check out a woman when you're dating her? Every day, baby, come over. I want to take you to the jungle over. She's giving you what you want to see.
There is a weaponization of poverty that is everywhere.
Yes.
And what a hungry man will do or a hungry woman will do is very difficult to measure. He's desperate. She's desperate. And this person is hungry, for God's sake. Now, to make it worse, this person probably did not go to school. There is a quote that said, I saved 1,000 slaves. I could have saved more. If only they knew they were slaves. Now, convincing these people to be better is first of all them acknowledging that what they are doing is wrong.
Men provide even outside their marriage.
Another area now. They say
yes. That's a problem. Because if you go to that girl's DM, most of those guys, generous men, they're all married.
It's the Out Loud podcast show.
Hi guys, welcome to a brand new episode of the Out Loud podcast. My name is Tracy. On today's episode, we'll be talking about what the women bring to the table. I know. You probably have heard 1,001 stories about this topic. But this day, we have some amazing guests who would give their own seemingly fresh take on the topic. So let's just dive right into it, shall we? On to my immediate left, we have Odogu Mazi.
Hello,
and my beautiful co-host, Oge. And to my extreme left, we have Cowboy. All right. So these are the amazing people we have on the guest today. And, Sister Oge.
My dear.
What do we say about what should women bring to the table?
In fact, this is a conversation. It's more like a big elephant in the house that needs an answer. And this table has been shaking for a long time. Mm-hmm. We need to scatter it. And let's put a full stop to this conversation. Yeah. And you know what? They say that we should give honor to whom honor is due. Mm-hmm. And we have Odogu and Cowboy. Mm-hmm. You know, we started this show, so I want them to start by telling us actually, what do they expect us to bring to the table?
Yes.
I don't know if I'm asking too much, Odogu.
Well, I greet you guys. It's a pleasure to have me with you.
Welcome.
Well, talking about what women bring to the table. Who is even the table? Is there a particular list that we should look at to see, okay, it's balanced. Okay, the woman is bringing this and the man is bringing this. But totally, I think to us, we don't actually see women bringing anything to the table. For me, I really can't see the table that we're talking about because it feels like something that is prepared for someone and another person has to fulfill an obligation all through from the get-go. So it's not just fair to me.
Well, okay, my own understanding of the question is what women bring to the table. The table would be the union. That's the meaning of what the
marriage relationship.
Yes, that would be.
Now, in case of the marriage relationship, the things that we once knew as things that women might probably bring to the table, maybe now we can't find them again because if a man is looking for a woman to bring something to the table, definitely the least on that scale of preference should be financial support. That's the least. The first should probably be the spiritual support. Mm-hmm. You want somebody that has the vision to where you're going to. But for me, I think there is a complication from the onset that the woman, even before meeting the man, already has an idea of how that picture would look like. Then the man comes in, probably 2, 3 months, 5 months. The woman is already detailing the plan she had for probably 25, 26 years of her life. So the man is maybe stranded because every of these things are new. This is, I'm called to perform here and everything is new. The woman is just detailing for me. This one should happen. The other one should happen. This should be the color of the day. That should be the paint. That should be the... These things is new. And as she's saying it, to her, it favors her. In fact, before the man comes into the picture, she has that picture perfect. So, she has a table fully functioning and she needs a man to make it work. As she brings this man, she wants the man to fulfill all her fantasies because it's been fantasies. If so it's not, to me, it's fantasy. No, you can come in.
Are you saying that the man doesn't have his own expectations?
The expectations of the man start from when he meets the woman. But for women, the man is not in the picture. The expectation even up to how she's going to retire from work is there.
I beg to differ.
I think what Matt is trying to say is this, right? This question is not even supposed to come out at all. But because our recent women, the ones we have now, actually want to be, they want a traditional man, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. Like the way our fathers usually
What's your
do.
definition of a traditional woman?
Good. A man would want a woman who's loyal, who's supportive, who gives peace. You don't necessarily need to bring financial support. Because I already have my dream. Like I just need you to I don't need you to compete with my mission. I need you to just align with it and support me. But women these days, they want you to do this for them. They want you, but when you want them to be submissive, they don't do that because they now can make money. They now want to make money. They want to do this, but it's just like
Sorry. You said something. So submission is dependent on how much you can give me, because then you said they are not submissive because they are making money. It's like submission is now a transaction.
Okay, let's be frank here.
Okay.
Marriage is partnership. Partnership. So if we eat together, we live together, we love each other, and you feel that because let's take for instance, if I ask a woman to let's share bills, you wouldn't want to share the bills. You might want to say, okay, I can support anytime, but don't tell me to share this one, right? You can say, don't tell me to share this one, but I can support. No, we can. If we're partnership is building together. So if we share bills,
partnership, there's
always there's 50-50.
There's 50.
So let's understand the partnership you're talking about.
Let's be frank here. If a man chooses to say 50-50 with the wife, there's nothing wrong with that. It's called partnership. But some men will just say, okay, let me cover all the bills. Let me be the one to go. It has to be mutual understanding, agreement, and all of that. But you see, sometimes why the topic comes up and say, what do women bring to the table? Because of women do not really want to share in this percentage. Some women do, but not all of them. And that's why it always comes to, okay, why would you want me to do? The society alone is always putting pressure on the men already. Everybody wants to see the men supporting. If you're not paying school fees, people will question you, why are you not going to pay your children school fees? But nobody comes to the woman and say, why are you not paying the children school fees? So you see, so the pressure is already on us. We know what to do and what. So if a man asks for support, it's not too much to ask.
Absolutely. Okay, I will coming from the part where you said, when you started, you said there's no table. That conversation should not even come up. You mentioned that.
Yes.
You said it.
I said it shouldn't have come up.
It shouldn't have come up.
If not said women want a traditional husband, traditional husband, but they don't want to be a traditional woman. That's what I said.
All right. Let's take it back to the beginning. There is something called male and female differences. A man is different, wired to be different. A woman is wired to be different. So, even if you look at the way the man looks, you will know that there is something about him that exudes authority, that exudes control, that exudes leadership. It's just all over him. You can't take that away from him. And I will say this, man is the source. By nature, you're a provider. Okay? And that was why he came first. Let's go back to when God created the Garden of Eden. God created the animals, created man, put him there. When did the woman come? After God gave man job, everything was already prepared. And God saw that this man is just there, working so hard. So number one, a man is created to lead. That is the thing. But he can't do it alone. The man needs help. That's why there's a woman. So when we start talking about this, what should a woman bring? It's because there's a woman that is not supporting the man. There is a woman that is not taking her place. And also there is a man that is tired and is needing somebody to help.
Yes.
So I think this conversation is coming because we don't even understand who we are and the roles we're supposed to be fitting into. So that is why it's there. A man needs help.
The thing.
The man so much needs help, and the woman should know how to support. You should not be begged. You should know where to fit in. But my problem is when a man comes and tells you, I'm the man here, I'll call the shots here, okay, we are going to split the bills. Come on. It takes away from who you are.
Now, generally,
It takes away.
I actually do not think that there is a man that wants a woman to take care of her.
There are.
No, that in that case, that's a weak man.
There are men like that.
Now, but generally speaking, every man drives joy. There is fulfillment in accomplishing that responsibility that you are a man. But there is a very thin line between fulfilling this responsibility and abandoning them. One is, okay, this person has been doing this job for the last 15 years. No complaints. All the pressures are there and he's taking care of these things. Then there is a little break where this woman should, just like you mentioned, the reason for this conversation is that for me, I would not be able to place a mark and say this is the percentage that a man wants in terms of support. But the little support, he just wants to be supported at the point he needed it. Now, the problem is not even being supported. Is that for any reason that woman reminds him of that support, he will never be open again. And that's actually the trauma I think a lot of men are going through. Because it's traumatic. It takes a lot of... It's something that, like you said, you feel proud to fulfill your duty as a man. So it's one thing to remove that cap. When you have to go to the other side and say, I want, yes, you're being vulnerable. So when your vulnerability is placed before you, that's the least place the man wants to go to. For help, for assistance, or for anything. He's never going to go to that route again. And I don't know, but it's rare to find a woman that will do it once, twice, and not remind you of it. Anyway,
it's a position. Okay, want to come in?
Yeah. You see, it's so easy to say a man is weak when he cannot support by providing. But you can't just say that about a woman. Why? Not because she have anything doing. Just because she gives me peace.
Well, he saw that from the onset.
Just because she gives me peace.
He knew that she wasn't working.
A woman will not want to be with a man who doesn't have anything to offer.
Absolutely now.
You are right. I know someone.
Yes.
She told me that her husband, they were dating in uni. She was like, oh, after uni they would get married. She said, so she had brought the topic to him, that guy, when are we getting married? He said, until you get a job. Not like that he needs the money, her salary for anything, but he'd rather be with a woman that works. And she has a thriving career now because of that thing. You know what you want. You men have the opportunity to go to the supermarket and decide, oh, this is what I want, this is what I don't want. So when you're picking a wife, you look for the one that, oh, will this one be supportive? I want somebody that is working, so that when I'm down, she can lift me up, right? Oh, even if she's working, she's like, she can give me peace. She's not of the opinion that because I'm able to provide support, then I take over the steering of the family. You have all of those selections at your fingertip when you're looking for a spouse.
That's because...
But you will see a one that is jobless, but she's a fine girl. You opt for that one.
This is your viewpoint.
And then, no, I'm just saying, so it's my point of view. Because from inception, it's like getting into a contract with somebody. We know the terms and conditions of this contract. It's not halfway to this engagement you're saying, oh, you want to change the T&Cs. It don't work like that.
Sorry, are we saying that for all the women that have jobs, they all support their husband?
No. Do you know why I made that point? He said that, okay, would you say a woman that does not support, would you call her weak? That she doesn't have a job.
Yes, would
That
society, would anybody call
there are
out?
men that like women that don't work.
Excuse me, oh.
So that's
It's
what I'm
like-
saying,
it's
that
like-
from inception, you know what you want.
Okay, from this conversation, all I'm getting when we talk about support is only finance we're talking about here. That's not all that the man needs. So when you begin to ask what we talk about support is only money. Is that all that the man needs?
You know, like I think
Is that the problem of the man?
The conversation we started with, I think financial support is the least that the man expects.
Okay.
But when you look at the other things that he wants, you find out that he might never actually get them. A man is respected in his home by what he's provided. The day that tap stopped running, there is a quote someone said to me, is a personal experience. At least, I mean, we will not talk about that now. It's a personal experience. And the person said, when your generator off, everybody will come out in charger.
But that's life.
Now, it's life. But if that becomes the woman's lot, will the man leave? If the table is turned, that the woman loses everything.
But we've had
the
cases
man
that
will be
men
there.
have left women that can't bear children. So it's
Okay,
the,
now
it's the way of life. Like
Okay.
some people would walk away if whatever they want from that arrangement, they are not getting it.
Definitely.
That's why I'm like,
Most
we should not
definitely.
generalize
but no,
it.
it's not generalizing, but that it's now a thing of the men generally are traumatic. Like they've been traumatized. Many of them are traumatized. They can't even speak because the society have made it seem like you are a superhero.
Okay. Is it the society or
but
nature?
it's right, because if you watch the last
well-
episode that we had with the therapist, she had said that the way male children are groomed to hide their emotions, not speak up. That's why you see men committing suicide, because he cannot do one or two things. And he feels like a weakling if he can't provide for his family. When we all know that life happens, people can be rich today and become poor tomorrow. People can have little today and have a lot tomorrow. So that's why I think she had also said, have men speak up. And that's why you also said where he's vulnerable enough to ask for help. And you being with a partner that understands that this person I'm with is a provider. He's just having a bad year, bad month, a bad week, a bad day. I can come in, I can step in.
Okay.
Right? I think where most women have a problem with it is we've had men that don't want to do anything. You know, I mentioned that to you, like,
Yes.
oh, that should not be an ideal man. A one income family would not even sustain in this economy. How much does the man have
you
that
know,
he-
many men can actually be with a woman who's not working.
Some men
Yes.
like it like
Not
that.
some, many men.
It's happening.
In fact, nobody asks. If I want to marry a woman and nobody will come and say, what does the woman do for a living? Nobody asks that. But they will always ask the man, what does the
Yes,
man do for a
no.
living? Right. So it means that we're not even equal in some terms, in some ways.
Are we equal?
Or
Is a man equal?
Women try to-
Women, see,
you see that-
you see, you're going somewhere else.
You know what I'm going this route because
Yeah.
he said something earlier that got me weak. Like, how can you say a man who doesn't do this
That
Can be-
enjoys
can be-
not
no, 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 no.
provide.
A man that enjoys not providing.
That's where that argument of
If
if a man and a woman is earning the same amount, equal amount in their jobs, maybe you earn 10 million and I earn 10 million. Are we supposed to spend all our money? We're supposed to spend more of their money more in their house.
The man,
Why?
listen to me.
We earn equally for crying out loud.
You see, you are going back to that conversation. Mazi, you are contradicting. Hold on.
The children.
Mazi said
Say my
something.
name.
Hold on, guys. Mazi said
No,
the
no,
least on the
Apple.
table is financial support. Are you guys telling us that is what you really need? Is that all?
I don't
But
think
Mazi
so.
said it's. I mean, I know it's not. A man needs much more than that.
Much
So
more.
a situation where a woman is earning the same thing with you, come on, you're a man. Your pride comes from there. Man up, you bring it, but it will only be a wicked woman that will earn that amount and fold it, and the man will die. That is why I said earlier on, a man needs support. You bring. You know when to come in, and when you come in, the problem is how do you come in? There's an attitude with which you bring it in. When she's bringing that 10 million, some people will say, take I've paid for the house rent, I've paid the children's school fees, I've done this. They can do it, but they do it with an attitude, and you be like, I don't even need your money. But there's a way she'll submit that money. It means a whole lot to you. Are you getting me? Okay. It's all about the attitude. That woman can even end up bringing 2,000 naira, but it's all about the attitude. I don't know if you're getting me.
Now,
so,
like I said, this is why I said one of the things that men want, if you ask me, in the list of things they are expecting from a woman, respect
and peace of mind.
Now, a woman that respects you will give you peace. If she will give you peace, I mean, if she respects you, she will give you peace. If she doesn't respect you, you can't be in any corner of the house and be at peace.
I want you to list, I'm interested in that list.
The list
that list is important because that is what now and so much more we bring to the table.
There is going to be a spiritual support. It should be the position of the woman. The nurturing process, the planning, because I think for me, women are more meticulous in some things. They are more patient to deal with some certain things. So if a man is bringing a woman, it's for an organizer. So if she comes and she's the other opposite, it automatically, the first value that the man is going to extract from her is lost. The other one is respect. If he's not getting respected, there is the whole beauty will disappear overnight.
You're right.
And that is what creeps into at the place where the man becomes vulnerable. For that woman who usually do not respect you, she's going to definitely give you that attitude that if that be the last wish, you will never go there again to seek for help. So the attitude wise in terms of helping is why most men would rather die than even ask for it.
That's it.
Because you give me food and you remind me of it tomorrow. If I'm hungry, I would not come to your side for help. So the list is endless. Like I said, the only problem is a man is asked to go in search of a woman. Just go and search. You would see no direction, no mentorship, no program. They did not say that when you see these signs, this is what will say that, because even all the signs, no manual to this. If your father should sit down and list everything he passed through, the things he observed and monitored before he picked your mother, if you observe those things today, they will fail.
Yeah, because you have to update it.
Yes,
it will not work for
the timing has changed. And I also think that there is the shaping of the mind that is in the media that makes it almost impossible for a lot of women to do the same thing their mother did.
Absolutely.
They see it that maybe their mother was weak. They see that their father was a wicked person.
Okay. I feel like I would say, let me play the devil's advocate. Some mothers have gone on to say they did not have the best time in their marriage. The similar thing that you said your mother did, she did it with so much, she didn't enjoy it. If you ask her now, she said, she didn't like the time that she was married. She wished she had done things better.
Now,
so that's where some people have taken that message, I can't be like my mom, not knowing that there might just be bits and parts of it that you can take from, and there are some that you can let go because times are changing. Because then we used to have back in the days, men didn't used to allow their wives to work. Some would rather be with teachers that can close from school and take care of the children. There are some things that they look out for, but now, how much do teachers really earn? Do you understand? And then your parents have probably sent you to a really good school and spent so much. When you can earn so much money, you rather do something else. So then again, is good. I can pick some things from my mom, but not all things, right? I can say, okay, I would take her patience. I know someone, she said that it was recently her mom had opened up to her that she used to pay the bulk of their school fees, but she would channel that money through the dad. So it's the dad that pays the fees. It was always known as it's my dad that used to pay the school fees. Meanwhile, it was the mom that was giving the money at the time. And she just looked at her mom like, you just sit down, you cannot help the man, not knowing that she was pulling her own weight. So that might be why, I'm just saying, that might be why some of the girls now will be like, I'm not going to do the things that my parent. And like I always say, like you say, you men go in search of a woman. You know the things that you want in a partner. I know there's no manner. We haven't lived this life before. This is our first time. I can speak for experience for myself, but it's my experience. It might be different from yours. So it's like you're going to the supermarket. You know what you need. Oh, I will need eggs. I will need bread. I will need. That's the way you.
Do you know the difference between going to a supermarket to pick bread and egg? If you go back to the supermarket tomorrow, it is still bread and egg.
Okay, so you feel like, or you don't think that you changed too?
I'm not saying that men don't change. Men change too. But in respect to what he is meant to behold of the woman he knew many years ago, most times they are distant apart, and the man is beginning to ask myself, I mean, shit, this person. Oh yeah, I was by the same person. Because I mean, this person is all. Now there are other aspects of these things that over time you look at, and I'm not excusing anybody, but you find out that both the man, both the woman are all coming out from trauma.
Yeah.
Directly or indirectly, either from their parents or from the immediate environment.
Yeah.
Now they are reacting in direct opposite to what either their brain have recorded over time that it's happening around them. Oh, look at that, my own cannot be like this. So spontaneously they react. For the men too, they bottle up. They don't get to share. And the day they will decide to explode, could be give me bottle of water. Just name copper because it's been building up. Now, the traumatic experience for both men and women is something I think maybe we'll have to start talking about it. Either there has to be a way for maybe the government or the society or individual or private people to just set up something. I don't think that generally the institution they call marriage is something that everybody liked, everybody loved, is treasured, but the tutoring as to what happens afterward, they just allow you. Just pick, follow.
No,
but there's no prototype to marriage.
No prototype,
because we are all different.
We
have different beliefs, opinions.
Training for people to.
Who is going to train you? The person that is training you, does the person have their own together?
So we are all suffering from trauma.
Yeah, that's what our previous episode.
All of us, we are all traumatized.
We all need therapy. Really?
Seriously, I think we all need therapy, and like the therapy is even to the extent that it has built in a lot of unrealistic expectations
and resentment.
That I mean, in the woman's mind, she has 2 years to get to that place. After the first 6 months is not working, this man is very stupid, dude. Just gonna carry me come off my past, disturb me for a year. You know, if she's going to give you time, probably she'll just extend it to 1 year. After 1 year, all your lamba, no one will work again.
Oh, so you were doing lamba before?
Because you will enjoy what you do. Yes, it's true. Any man will say no get lamba, he will lose baho. Now the truth, because there is no how. You say the truth. When you are telling her the truth, just the minute you are telling her, do you know that a woman acknowledges the man that helps her repair the car when she's stranded and forgot the man that bought the car because the man was unable to meet up where that accident happened?
That is you generalizing.
I'm not generalizing. It is their nature. I'm going to say this last one. That if you're making a plan with a woman and you said, okay, you're earning 50,000, for example, and this 50,000 is going to build something by December. If you save it up, she knows. In between, probably after 3-4 months, and there is something that she needs for herself, maybe August meeting, normal women meeting, something that she can actually still let go, should that plan be the priority? But if she comes back and say, we go buy wrapper 25,000.
That's an inconsiderate woman.
Now,
that is one woman. No, not every woman.
But if you ever not, if you decide not to keep into her immediate
because
she will stop praying for that
kind of woman that you people are. Honestly, I saw on TV yesterday, on Instagram, not TV. The girl was like, every time all these men will just be looking at my video, they will just be DMing me, hi. Nobody has even say, give me 1 million.
She's hungry.
But it's the societal view, because if you check now, such a person might even have 30,000
You can imagine that.
Why
So
would
because
somebody
you are just
give
talking
you
from
money?
your.
I keep saying, let me say this. There is a buyer because there's a seller. If that woman has not been used to people giving her 1 million, she won't say that.
Because why?
Do you understand? So it's because men provide and they're over generous. Men provide even outside their marriage.
Another era now. They say
Yes. That's a problem. Because if you go to that girl's DM, most of those guys, generous men, they're all married. So that is why. So if you're not doling out cash, she will not be asking.
1 million
Because
naira.
society has gone crazy.
But what you just said is
That's the way it is.
what you just that stupid thing you do. You're making a case for her just now.
Hey, I'm not making a case. Excuse me.
No,
Listen to me.
She's saying,
Listen to me.
The buyers.
Hold on, let me explain.
So being generous, people are saying advantage of us.
Did we? Yes.
So being generous or a bad person for being generous.
Listen to me.
Did you just hear that?
There are people that
Did you hear
will.
that?
You're misunderstanding me. Don't take me out of context.
Okay,
See what I'm
okay.
saying? You see this madness in society.
Okay.
Somebody is bankrolling it. Are you getting me? Women are sex objects today because there are people that need them to be like that. They have been positioned that way. And there are people sponsoring it. Once you know there is an opportunity for you to showcase what you have, you go on every platform to show that. But if there's nobody patronizing you, that market will close. So what I'm trying to say is that generosity outside. Check that girl that is saying it. Check that girl say she's not married. Check that girl that say she's not married. So what I'm trying to say, do it in your house.
But the truth is that particular.
Yes, hold on. A man by nature will want to give. He cares. Do you understand? But people are taking advantage of that. Because you're
that he's generous.
Can you guys
No. But there is actually one thing that you're not looking at now. The oldest business in the world is still selling, no? And that's what that young girl is talking about.
Exactly. So what business has been patronizing
since the?
Why would you patronize her?
He might not patronize, but there are people. I mean, if she's good looking, there will be customers.
Excuse me, you see all these things that
any other name will this smell sweet. So don't say something that is bad.
I'm not
It's not
endorsing
bad
that.
because of.
That is bad. I
No, she has stated that
hold
it is
on.
bad.
I condemn that.
Then you not blame people.
A woman should not. She's not a product. She should not merchandise
because why
herself
would
because she
people
needs money.
see your video
There is
and
a
say
lot.
you want
Listen to me. Hold on.
What did they
There
say?
is a lot.
People say yes.
There is
some men
a
are
lot.
so stingy. Some men are. You need to be really cool.
There is, we have reduced womanhood to a sex object. That is why we are all reaping from it. Society has helped us. Social media has helped us. A woman is more than that. A woman is more than that. That is why many girls think that all they bring to a relationship is sex.
And this is why.
And aesthetics.
Yes.
That is not all. But here is a man telling us that is the least. We need peace. And money is the least. But the girl does not understand that she is an embodiment of wisdom, care, love, and support. Can you be all of that? And a man will not be in want of you. First of all, can you be all of that? A woman, when she meets you and enters a marriage, she's bringing her all. She's dropping her father's name. She is taking your name. Everything she sells. Nobody remembers her in her father's place. That is enough. But where I have a problem is when a woman begins to make herself a conduit on the shelf. You put a label and a price tag, and men will be coming to you. That is wrong. I condemn that. When you see yourself as an individual, an entity of worth, you can never say nobody is sending me millions. That is the least.
I think it's a problem. Whether you like it or not, it's a big problem. We have a big problem, and the big problem is that there has to be an intentional reshaping of the mind of the next people that are coming.
Why? It's already too late for us.
It's not too late.
I don't know if it's too late, but
it's not too late. We can't give up.
They said someone said there is a quote that said, "I saved 1,000 slaves. I could have saved more if only they knew they were slaves." Now, convincing these people to be better is first of all them acknowledging that what they are doing is wrong.
Yeah.
Now there is an intentional, whether it's intentional, whether it's artificial, whether it's real or not, there is a weaponization of poverty that is everywhere.
Yes.
And what a hungry man will do or a hungry woman will do is very difficult to measure. He's desperate. She's desperate. And this person is hungry, for God's sake. Now, to make it worse, this person probably did not go to school. Sometimes when I sit and I think one of the things that bothers me the most is, I said, if you do an assessment of, I'm now generalizing, I'm not just talking about women. And I said, if you do an assessment of 10 people and you ask them, how do you think a good Nigeria will be like? You find out that the most difficult thing is that even in the subconscious of an average Nigerian, they cannot imagine a better Nigeria.
We don't too suffer now. That's all we know.
So how do you convince this person? He's already in love with the chain. He has lived us his life or her life in that shape. So for a woman that says, if someone does not send me 1 million, everything around her says this is the life. Everything. In fact, there are promoters of it. There are people that promote it. There are people that, when you go to their brand, you see that this is what they sell. And it's even difficult because they are making money. So how do you tell the next person not to do this thing? Because this is
society. Now, let me tell you, society has brought us where we are. Now, you do a movie. If you don't put sex scenes, it will not sell. How many people still enter the bookshops to buy books? But if you're celebrating your daughter's birthday, you will spend millions of naira to do photo shoots, buy her costumes. How many books have you put in her hand? How many times have you sat down to teach her, my daughter, this is who you are meant to be? And I want to put it back to the fathers. People is going round though. See fathers. See that girl that is going crazy, asking for 1 million. Her father did not teach her. A father is a girl's first love. I saw somebody put on social media that when mothers are scolding their daughters, they're just dancing hippity hop. But when a father scolds her daughter, she takes it seriously. I can tell you, I'm a mother, I know what it means. When we have fathers that are close to their daughters, these girls will not be running riots everywhere. Our fathers are not available. They are not there. They leave the whole work for the woman.
No, I don't.
No, I will say it.
Think the fathers
they leave the whole work for the woman.
The fathers are available, but they are in the family politics. That's
family politics.
Family politics.
That is why
that's where we talk about a woman, a man building a house and a woman making
a man is a leader.
A home. That's where the woman should make it a home.
A home.
Because the woman cannot just be going out to hustle, looking for money, paying all the bills, because I'm not be the one to start telling children, sit here, don't sit here.
I'm talking about the father to daughter relationship is missing.
You are saying the men are not available.
Now
how do you
physically present, emotionally absent?
Make yourself available when ordinarily everybody wants you to
so
pay
if you
no are you paying bills from morning to night? You are just cashing out from morning to night. You're cashing out.
No.
Let's not make excuses for that. Bring your daughter close. Create time for her. Sit down with her. Have a lead time with her.
Handle the family politics. The one that happens when the man is out and the woman is saying, I'm the one that bought this cup.
Aside that,
I'm not bought anything for you.
Do you know how you handle it? From the time you're choosing a woman, let me tell you, men, see anything you see.
I cannot tell you.
See, anything.
She's trying to give us a solution.
How to handle it. Anything you see in your marriage, now you kosa.
Hi.
Why? Because when you were dating that girl, nobody can lie for too long. When you are dating that girl, you should have seen the red flags. But because we are busy looking for BBL, we are busy looking for things that don't matter, forgetting that it is the woman's mindset that will raise your children. You're looking for beauty, not knowing that by the time you're gone, she'll begin to plant seeds. And you knew that girl don't get the character.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
Are we saying
people can pretend for a long time.
This is what I wanted to say now.
Yeah, people can change. People can change for the better and can change for the worse. And people can pretend for a long time.
Your character.
You can date somebody for 10-15 years and marry the person and the person changes. It's not a.
Oh wait,
There's no-
there are some things that change. There are some things that don't change. If somebody is a good person, you know. Let me tell you. When I was getting married, you know how I got married? What made me to marry my husband? I have a father. I grew up in a family of 6 girls and 1 boy. My father is a very protective man. My father is a strong man. You dare not talk when he's talking. So he felt he was protecting his daughters. So he was very stern raising us. At a point I was like, now wow, now so every man they be. You know, he did a good job. When I met my husband, I said, this one is fake. How can somebody be gentle like this? It's not possible. It's not possible. I said, I'm going to try him out. When we enter the car and he's driving, my husband cannot curse a driver. You know all these hurling invectives, we're going to kill you there. He cannot. You know these crazy drivers, he cannot. I was checking out this man. He did not know I was checking him. When he's making calls, I'm listening. How is this man answering? These were the things I was checking. I wasn't checking his pocket. I was looking out for these things. And that was what told me, see, come rain, come shine. My husband is the one I'm going to marry. And he has not changed. He's a gentleman. Hey, that is what I saw. So how do you check out a woman when you're dating her? Every day, baby, come over. I want to take you to the jungle over. She's giving you what you want to see. And when she gives you that, you think that's all. Everything is covered, everything is gloomy, everything is beautiful. Enter the marriage, unleash the dragon. That's my point.
Is there now? Let me bring this because now you've said it. He said that it's the man's fault. How is it the man's fault? If someone should be able to pretend very well for 10 years, it's that because there are mastery in everything. And this person is mastering in
they must see.
If every man, hold on, if every on a scale of 10,
okay.
If every man,
are you going to say that if you're with somebody and this person makes one silly mistake once, you will judge the person for over 10 years?
What we are always looking out for, is she good in bed? Can she cook? If these two are ticked, it's okay. Can she respect my mother? These are the 3 things you always look out for. Not knowing that these little foxes that spoil the vine will come up in the midst of the marriage. So if all of us, all the men, are very careful, we are looking with our microscope to check the little minions, to check out for these things that don't matter. We will not be crying foul today. This is me. So I think that men do not do their due diligence well.
For the man and the woman too, is not subject to just one party.
In all of this, like I said, there is one education with none of us attended it. I don't think you attended it either. And that is self-education. We are being taught every other thing except about ourselves. So we go to school, study medicine, study law, study every other thing. The only study that is even the most essential is the study to self. And that's why we spend 20 years, 25 years still trying to find out what was I supposed to be doing. What is my purpose? Why am I here? These questions, there is no direction from the onset as to how you were supposed to discover yourself or even find out who you are. Now, it's gamble now. Because even the man, they say go search. No diagram, no grammar.
He doesn't even know himself well enough.
He doesn't even know himself well enough to even say, okay, this is who I am, and this is the person that I'm supposed to pick.
That will best fit me, yeah.
I was discussing with a friend the other day. I said, do you know that men are the only people that pick women carelessly? Like you're just walking, you see a fine girl, she's pretty, she looks nice. She will be like this, she will be like that. It can grow, a feeling can be born out of it, and the next minute, those people are married. For a woman, every single thing, every single details as to how that, whether that man will get bad hair, no. Like, she's very intentional. So, before she said yes, is among all the options she has laid on the table. So, she is accepting you. You are thinking, oh, she just agreed. Fine. No, you were just one of, she has looked at her list. Okay, money, it is small. The leg is straight and they like them chubby. This one no gets his part, this one get by, Every of the assessment, she has done it instantly by just looking. And there is, like I said, to the wedding day, to the color of the day, is in her head and she's just moving like that, complete package, waiting for that man.
That's the way she is now.
You also
That's
mentioned
the way
that
she
one of the
created.
qualities of the woman, what a woman should bring to the table is that meticulousness.
Meticulousness.
That you are saying
that is the.
So are you saying it's a good thing now, it's a bad thing because it's not aligned to what you want?
No, meticulousness is not a bad thing. It's one of the things that if as a man you have a woman that you are happy because there is a project in your hand, you know that you have somebody beside you, just lay it down. And but there are people that when you are done discussing, you wait till you go here. Now wow, well done, no. So what you can do now? So if you have to bring maybe you're all over in your head, you are looking for who is better to have such conversation, maybe a business project, a contract than the next person beside you. I'm not saying this is an excuse, but this is also
to you that is important. You want somebody that you
no, you see, that's where I go back to what happens before relationship.
It's what you
A
want.
man, let me tell you, a woman by nature, she's a nurturer. She's not a tabula rasa. She's not blank. She has something she can bring. You give her money, she makes it into a food. You give her a house, she makes it a home. You give her a sperm, she gives you a child. So the time you are dating her, you need to ask yourself, this woman, how can she multiply this little idea? You guys should not see. It's because all the conversation we have before marriage is on the bed. Before marriage, have conversations in the parlor. Sit down, take her out. Look at this building. What do you think? Don't even let her know that it's your own. Ask her questions like, a friend of mine is trying, check her out. Don't just carry a coconut head and marry because she's beautiful. You know, have intellectual conversations with this girl.
But also, again, I'll play devil's advocate. Some men, they don't need a wife that would be intellectually sound.
Good.
So
you need to know what your man wants.
That knows how to take care of children. At the end of the day,
listen to them.
Yes, just listen. Let me do the
That's
talking.
why one of the key things men look out for is respect.
Exactly.
Because they believe that in respect, every other thing can be achieved. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, if you're respectful, we can always have a conversation about it.
Yes. A woman should bring
no
peace to the table.
I might have flaws, you have flaws, but you are respectful. But if it is in that tone, the man is not hearing, he's deaf. The moment that advice is coming in that sound, with that tone, there is already a shield as to why he's going to accept this information, whether it's good or bad, it's coming in a wrong tone.
So let me come back to see why we're having this conversation. Because we have a broken down family system. We have marriages. We are all coming from homes where the mother didn't know what to bring, even the father what to bring, at what point and how to go about it. We are coming back to values. As an individual, you're talking about, I don't even know myself and all of that. Your identity, first of all, comes from your family. Have you noticed that most of the time that it is the family business that you end up doing? It's easy for you because you glide into it naturally. So it is the work of the parents to give their identity. The identity of the child comes from the parents. When you give birth to children, you don't even sit down to nurture. You allow social media to raise them. You allow teachers and house girls. That is the problem. See, they will have times 10 of this problem we are having now in the next future, in the future. So we need to, growing up, my father would call us. We used to have a family table. We're having meetings. I don't know how many people are having meetings now. You mess up there, treat your fuck up there. Do you understand? My father will use proverbs and treat. That's where the traditional fathers now come in. Now, what are we having? We're having effeminate men dressing like women, and women want to be like men. You know, and all this equality thing. I am equal. I'm the head. I'm the neck. I'm not. Listen, marriage is commitment. It is not partnership. Know your role. I'm a helper. See my oga. I submit. My oga gives me everything. My oga cannot complain. He will give me much more than that. Do you understand? But when you have not brought that, you are beginning to, or your madam bring, let's share. You are looking for war. It will not happen. When the chips are down, when push comes to shove, a woman that knows who she is will bring in all. You don't need to tell her. A woman that is trained, a woman of value and virtue, she will bring all to the table. You know, a woman is even the table. Her life is there. But I'm just saying that is what is supposed to be ideally. We need to go back to the basics and begin to talk about values. Value-driven society. That is what we need.
It's the Out Loud podcast show.